Hello everyone, today I'm gonna play against Taiwan professional player. Today I'm handling white. By the way, today I start to work finally in my shop. About 2.5 months I rested, so I'm very happy. Yeah. Let's approach next move. Yeah. Knight move is my favorite, and he just used the Joseki, which is very difficult. Avoid. If you don't know, then just you can avoid, and he may play here. I know this is a little bit not good for me. I learned from AI just a little bit. Somehow I have played this before, and then sacrifice. Sacrifice. I remember I have to play like that. Maybe. Can I even Hane? Hane is a little bit not sure. Hane, is it possible if we just cut here? Can I? Oh, he cut. Alright. Starting from now is difficult.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱.
Not pretty sure. Not pretty sure how I have to serve this situation. It's very messy fighting from now. Are you gonna push here? Capturing will be acceptable, I guess. He caught. Okay. This trading. After I atari, he will extend when I connect. Here, connect. He will attach. Maybe. Cut this one. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. 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 Coca-Cola, okay. Not sure, then Coca-Cola. He just captured? Alright. Coca-Cola. Okay. Still you can do that? Really?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. 두 번 남았습니다.
Let me think.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
I don't believe it's not gonna work for me. I even made the ladder instead of the net.
하나.
Is it possible it's not gonna work for me? Are you really serious?
둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯,
You know, I have many liberties here. 6 liberties are there.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷.
Can it be possible white is not gonna work?
일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Okay, push there. Oh, that means you are confident to earn more liberty after you push there.
넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱,
Little bit hard, little bit. Coca-Cola. That push is yours.
하나,
That was a bit hard just now.
넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱,
Somehow.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Somehow I regret this has more liberty than just now.
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱,
Okay. Was it necessary to play the kusumi? Was I too greedy?
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Was I too much greedy?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Okay, attach is necessary. Why did I extend instead of just
하나,
kusumi there?
셋,
응?
넷,
Why did I do that?
일곱, 여덟,
No.
아홉,
Honey is necessary to play, and then can I even extend here?
둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Why did I push here?
하나,
Why each time I regret for my movement?
다섯,
Huh?
여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
So if I take this capturing race, then this push will be super bad exchange.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
This capturing race should be fantastic.
하나, 둘,
Otherwise,
셋, 다섯,
otherwise,
여섯, 일곱,
it will not be good for me. Let's surround slowly
넷,
from now.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 두 번 남았습니다.
What are you thinking? You have to block. Or are you thinking to play from here?
둘, 셋,
Or something else?
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 마지막입니다.
Oh, one more time.
하나, 둘,
Definitely he can capture my group.
다섯,
He thinks this is much clearer. Okay, I agree.
하나, 둘,
About it,
셋, 넷, 다섯,
I agree for that.
여덟, 아홉,
Connect first. And then I have to find the fantastic sacrifice.
둘, 셋,
How should I do that? That's that. That's even good move. It's clear.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯,
Oh,
여섯, 일곱, 여덟,
okay. Fine. You can do whatever what you want.
하나, 둘, 셋,
Not really different, I think.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
That's that. About 20 points, and I have amazing potential. How should I use it?
둘,
응?
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯,
How should I use that? And normally I learned I should play like this
하나,
from my brain dictionary.
넷, 다섯,
But this is also attractive.
일곱,
Here,
아홉,
I don't know. Okay, it's so big. Oh, his territory is very big.
셋,
I got the corner naturally.
여섯, 일곱,
Still low game.
아홉,
Kusumi is a very good move. which is very slow
둘,
and calm.
넷, 다섯, 여섯,
However,
일곱,
you can see that he doesn't want to be surrounded. And this Atari is mine, so I can basically cover by ladder. His
다섯, 여섯,
ladder breaker will not be there. And he wanna just keep go out slowly, like now. Even the shape is very slow and ugly.
둘, 셋,
And
넷,
he still wanna accept.
여섯,
I don't, what? He played 하네.
하나, 둘,
Willie.
넷, 다섯,
하네?
여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
So, what do you want to do? If I got here, what's your plan?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
Still, I couldn't find it. Let's see how he wanna play.
여덟,
Let's just see. This push is yours. Coca-Cola again. Coca-Cola.
둘, 셋,
Maybe extending still necessary.
여섯, 일곱,
No. Okay. Cannot decide. Then just decide quickly.
둘,
Thinking longer doesn't help you anything. Ooh, Coca-Cola again. Always Coca-Cola today.
둘,
Wait a second.
다섯,
Atari also attractive.
여덟, 아홉,
This one is not sure. Really not sure. But Atari will make me hurt. So
하나,
I haven't decided to play Atari. This is anytime Sente.
하나, 둘,
So block is gonna be no problem.
다섯, 여섯,
Okay, he scratched my area. So he's thinking he can make good local fighting after this. That's what he's thinking.
둘, 셋,
Okay.
넷, 다섯,
Alright.
여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
So he knows that there is some surrounding. He doesn't even care,
하나,
I guess.
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯,
Fine. The main point is after this, how much he can beat me. That's the point.
셋, 넷,
Everything is sent there for me.
여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Okay. So defending is also natural.
셋, 넷, 다섯,
Necessary
여섯,
move.
일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
1, 2, 3. I can do nothing. I just need to accept. It's very big.
둘,
Still very
셋,
big. And then here,
하나,
this Atari is a benefit.
넷,
And I can do, I think still attacking straight trees doesn't seem natural. Just jump first and then
하나, 둘, 셋,
alright, that's it.
넷, 다섯,
That's it.
여섯, 일곱,
Here is all mine.
여덟, 아홉,
He's keep reducing my area.
하나, 둘, 셋,
So can I tell him this is all mine? When he just get in, I can play to space jump.
하나,
How big are they? Is there?
넷,
Actually, it's not smaller than his area. Here, I can even attract it there.
아홉,
Genius. Genius.
하나, 둘,
Genius, man.
넷, 다섯,
Genius.
여섯,
Still very
하나, 둘,
bad RG.
넷, 다섯,
Many RGs are
여섯,
there.
일곱,
I agree.
여덟, 아홉,
I agree. Totally agree what he's doing.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯,
Very bad RG. He wanna just survive there. He doesn't want to pay me anything.
셋, 넷,
Greedy man.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Finally, he decided to use this way. Sadly, there is nothing special I can just surrounded by Sente. That's why he's thinking if he can save there
하나,
without anything is good enough for him.
넷,
Somehow saving there is not that difficult.
여덟, 아홉,
The point is after save. Uh-oh. That's even Sente.
둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
I don't know, just now. I'm afraid that whether I make the big mistake.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯.
I don't think you can consider to capture this.
아홉.
Yes. Yes, you cannot, right? Oh, then...
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Oh, here is really not easy to cut? Really? I wanted to cut and capture, and then there I couldn't read carefully the layer.
다섯,
Wedge here. Somehow I think just now was a bit chicken. Just now was a little bit chicken, I think.
하나,
I didn't have to be.
셋, 넷,
Fine. I will not be chicken. He is keep waiting for the timing of the wedge here.
넷, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Yeah. You are just keep waiting for the wedge timing. Wedge.
둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟,
Oh,
아홉.
so sad. Just now I was a little bit passive.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
This is pretty hard. This is pretty hard. I can't read carefully.
넷,
Oh,
다섯, 여섯,
headache.
일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Somehow I lost the good chance. If I used the powerful move with cutting, it was much easier for me.
넷, 다섯,
But since this is harder for me,
일곱,
because now this group is heavier. Did I lose the chance to win this game?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
Basically, they are all sente, so when you cut here, I can't decide to use the powerful move.
하나,
Oh, if I have to give up a full stone, it will be the big problem for me.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Pretty sad. Sad result this one. I really lost to the good chance.
셋, 넷,
Fine.
다섯,
Just keep waiting for the next chance.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
Block first. They are dead.
하나,
Then it's not a good news for me. He's
다섯,
saving
여섯,
really greatly.
여덟, 아홉.
Greedy man. You are so greedy.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
So
다섯,
greedy.
여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
Greedy man, greedy man.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
What happened now?
여섯,
Who can teach me what happened is there?
아홉.
He's complaining he has a lot of code thread, the local code thread. There.
둘,
Fine.
셋, 넷,
I also have.
다섯.
Let me challenge the code.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
He may just connect and then when I extend it, he will play something like... It's very complicated when I give up the reading. Give up. I don't think someone can read it properly with if they are not AI.
넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉.
This code is okay. I can accept. I can accept this code, you know.
셋, 넷, 다섯,
If I can win this code,
일곱,
then I will be very thick. Capture. You have to use your code thread carefully, otherwise there will be the super bad exchange man.
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱,
Here, how should I
여덟,
use there?
아홉,
Oh, fine. Is it gonna be okay?
하나,
Is that okay?
하나, 둘, 셋,
I have a 1,
넷,
2,
다섯,
3,
여섯,
4, 5.
여덟,
Here also
아홉.
6, 7. Can I use this way instead of here?
둘,
Maybe around 7. I have a lot, right?
다섯, 여섯,
A lot of code thread. So how do you want to cover? I think you made a mistake. Just now you didn't have to make the call,
셋,
aren't you?
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟,
He's thinking.
아홉,
You must answer, of course. Here, I can even consider to keep answer as well.
하나, 둘,
Man,
셋, 넷, 다섯,
this is my
여섯,
code thread,
일곱,
100%.
여덟, 아홉,
Oh, this guy. Are you sure?
하나,
That will make you die
셋,
if you didn't read carefully.
다섯,
응?
여섯, 일곱, 여덟,
That exchange is not okay for you. You can't do that. You forgot this, eh? What are you doing, man? So you are thinking 1 to Hane?
셋,
Oh.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Oh, let me use this one. If I do that, then he wanna connect here.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷,
Cut here. Atari here. This one here, here.
여섯, 일곱,
Nothing,
여덟,
nothing, nothing.
아홉,
I don't think I have to challenge the call. Ah, he can just Hane here.
셋,
Okay, but if I can it be bad for me if I can
아홉,
capture here? I don't know. Don't try to think. Who knows that? I even can't read anything. He doesn't know that too.
넷, 다섯,
Anyway, the one thing is sure he is all dead.
여덟, 아홉,
Ah? So, if I'm not misreading something,
셋,
then obviously he is dead. He must know that. That's that.
하나,
You know,
둘,
I can give you. It's very small pieces.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱,
It was a self-Atari man.
아홉,
It's not called self-Atari. How should I say that? I think it's very big. Maybe he's misreading,
하나,
I guess.
둘, 셋,
Here is also nothing big problem.
다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Oh, it's calm. Come on. This is a sente. Which one is clearest to move here?
다섯,
Clearest is making
여섯,
sense English?
일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Okay. So,
하나, 둘,
mm,
셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯,
yeah, he agreed. He said he had a misreading. Oh no, maybe he said. Normally, when they have such a mistake, then of course they should be very sad. Oh, I understand his mood. And oh, AI is very crazy. You see, it's very crazy. We don't know who was leading the game. In the beginning, my fighting condition was not good. Become I was better, and become I was behind, and become I was better, and then behind again, and then finally I was better. Okay, it's not really. Even we have enough time, we can't judge for this such game. So don't be sad, man. I think I also make same mistake all the time. But at the end of the game, he just totally forgot he shouldn't have target there. Okay, still sorry I couldn't set up the. To be honest, I don't know how to set up the less variation for the category. So when it plays here, just let me show you sometimes, because I need to study too, and then I need to see the more variation, to be honest, when I study by myself. Okay, blue spot is here, and I'm not confident, so I just tenuki here. Wow, push is necessary. That's the Josegi. Okay. And here. Alright. When I play this, is already not good. Already not good. This kind of fighting is also very hard to understand. So this sacrifice is basically not good, and this Hane is not even Sente. That's why my fighting was already not good. Okay, let me go on. Now I want to ask a category game. I don't know how he will suggest. Actual game is no problem for him. And then he can just capture like now, and then I just go there. And Kusumi was right move. But when he plays here, it doesn't mean it's good for me. Still not good. Obo is much better for me. Wow, it's such a fantastic move. Wow, crazy. You see the blue spot? That's saying like when he plays here, if I ignore, then he's asking me to go out and then break my ladder. And then no matter what, I answer something, then he can play and then cover the ladder breaker and then try to kill my group because ladder doesn't work. Genius, man. Of course, Katago is genius. Can you find out? This is called, in Korean we are saying Jinshindu, the covering the double ladder. But it's a bit different, but kind of a Tetsuji, which is very famous. But of course it's not easy to see. Yeah, when I see this I can understand, but it doesn't mean I can think about it in 1 second. Here, and so this, no, here become not bad for me. It was greedy too. Oh, I was too greedy, man. I think that, yeah, Kusumi was not good. I saw this move after I say that. Yeah, he can sacrifice, and sacrifice position is too good. So I was just supposed to capture with the block here. I didn't have to be greedy, and this size was good enough for me. Like that. Okay, then it's a low game. Extending was greedy, so become, he is leading again. Wow, so many Tetsuji. I thought today if I have to give up the single stone like actual game, it wasn't really good for me. This was like what I think. And so I just decided to sacrifice actual game, like actual game. In case, if I have to give up like now, it was better. Yeah, because however, when he just surround here, however, no matter what, maybe he will be faster for 1 liberty. Can't he play here? Yeah, just like however he plays here, this push will be super bad exchange because this block is my sente later, and then I can use something like this. In the actual game before, because you know that my mind is keep changing in 15 seconds, so since I just pushed here, and then when I just play here, I wanted to use this efficiently, that's why I push one more time in here. It was already worse than just play here. Yeah, here I shouldn't exchange anything. I just show you what I'm talking about. It was mine, this is mine here, and then starting from now, I'm losing 1 liberty. Here will be faster, definitely. Yeah, so I shouldn't exchange it there, and after that, I can use something like this. You know, it's an amazing sacrifice, so it will be much annoying. That's why even AI suggests him to surround here. Somehow this capturing race condition will be better for the center. Yeah, normally this capturing race method will give me something like a core, but now I think if black just surrounded like this, I guess maybe here will be like, yeah, you saw that just now. Here capturing race will be also a little bit annoying for black. It's such crazy. We shouldn't exchange first. Who exchange first will be better. I mean the bad. who had a bad exchange first will be not good for this game. So when he extend here, still I can sacrifice like actual game. It's played well, and it was exactly actual game. Little bit, not so terrible. I should just play the natural move, and it was okay. It was okay. This was fine. And still I need to play the natural move, nature here, and then just tenuki. Don't touch anything. They are not weak. It will not be surrounded. But I can't consider to decide this move because here has some cutting here. He can, but I have Aji there. So I wanted to surround. That's like human's mind. And he shouldn't be surrounded, but when I surround here, my surrounding position was not good. That's why suddenly black is leading a lot. Even AI asked me to play here. I was afraid that whether he makes like this variation. Maybe there is something. No, not really. Then what should I do? Suddenly AI, the graphic dropped down. I can't use it. So when I play here, this cutting makes me very not good. And he decided one more move. Maybe it didn't have to be. He can just survive at the left hand side instead of exchanging. So it was a little bit more. And then he played here. This one. I think extending was a bit greedy. He can. Oh, sorry, internet. What happened? Now the internet is cutting too many times. Okay, just let me review here first. And here, can he just survive? Like now? No need. Just extending can make him survive. Just he can play the second line. The second line has enough space to survive. But this is also not that bad. Oh, this is a variation that I made. Similar. Yep, it was good enough, and then I need to attack this group properly. But I think extending, because after he extend here, why he has played here, if I just tenuki here, he can see this variation. But the problem is this ko is actually making black worse. I'm not gonna connect. I will just play here, and he win is neutral point. It's totally neutral point there. And if he doesn't win there, then there will be Aji like actual game. That means here is like, if he doesn't touch anything there, that Aji condition is like, this is mine, here is mine. And then when I connect, then he's faster for one liberty there, like this. It was the best variation for each other. So in the actual game, of course, we might be a little bit confused whether I have to defend here, because he wanted to make this sentence. At the first time I also thought like that, but I don't have to. I can just ignore whatever. Yeah, that was not good for me. Wow, they are different, like 4 points. It's crazy. I thought it's nearly similar. Still I have to defend here after that. Ooh, because that pip, when I just play here, always I need to care about the pip. Still they are important. If I just have to give up here, then not good for me. Wow, this Hane is like, that's so terrible. I couldn't expect. To be honest, I was even reading this variation. Yeah, like here. And this is exactly what I read. It's gonna be okay, but here we can cut here. This was powerful. We both read until now. Oh, maybe white position is too bad. If I just play here, he can just make the... How come? Escape internet is cutting. Sorry, make you confused. Here is loose ladder. So still, it's not easy for me, but when I play here, and then he's playing here. And become black is leading a lot. Wedge was a great job, great performance. Yeah, he doesn't have to be greedy there. Because if he plays here, even it was not cool. If I just play same as actual game, he can just connect. There was nothing special. Even if I just don't play there and then play like that, this is different. You know, this is not called cool. It's very terrible for me. So maybe, yeah, I can, but it's really bad in this one. If he can, here is like, because there is always Aji. If I have to give up this group, yeah, we retrade the game, but that's very thick. I lost all the left hand side. And then when I ask this move, maybe it makes his mind a little bit confused. And then I made a call. And then I read this variation too when I play here. And but you know, I read it doesn't mean I read perfectly. I mean, just I consider. Wow, I need to connect. Yeah, there is like very complicated. If I just play here, I can capture this group. But when he plays here, this one here, and then when he just block here, and okay, I just told you what I read quickly. Like this, Atari. I didn't read here. That means he can even ask right now. He can try to make. Oh, I think just my internet is so bad nowadays. I don't know why. Here, this one here. That means when I ask him, when he asks me to capture 3 stone, I need to give up a game. Give up. Which timing he has to ask. And one more thing. There is like, when I play here, if he Atari is more serious. Because if I just capture like just now, his position is different. It's not extending. He's capturing. That means this life and death condition is much better. It will be 100% is not good for me. Yeah, even if same as just now, and then when I retrade here, it's not clearly dead. I need to spend one more move here. Black is leading enough. Yes. But I think Ko should be losing move, I guess. Still I'm losing. Okay, fine. So when I make the Ko, his final losing move should be, of course, the new self-Atari, I guess. But now it's very complicated. Wow, this kind of Ko is just 1 point different. And then he did this, right? And then he captures. So this is exactly losing move. He shouldn't have he need to just, because he couldn't read it carefully, maybe he might regret already, because there are like I need to answer when he captures, and I can make already white is leading naturally. You see, black didn't make any mistake, but I have too many code thread, local code thread. Gap is getting bigger each time. Sometimes Katago is not judging well properly, but gap is a little game. And then retrade the game, yeah, is very psychologically black will feel very tired, to be honest, because now he knows that this core is not easy to win in the actual game. So final losing move is this. It was exactly self-Atari. Since he just exchanged here, then anytime when I play this move, he was supposed to capture here, and then when I just connect here, this move makes this less liberty. Here, right? But if there is no exchange to this one, and that's nothing. Here, still he is winning this game. He's 1 liberty faster, but now after he exchanged there, it's gone, totally gone. I just exchanged that. I need to have a time to check. Oh, bye my folks. Yes, you are so annoying. My internet is so annoying. I just need to play immediately, but I want it to be sure. I double check. But he has nothing to do. He needs to answer. And then when I just throw in here, yes, here, capture, here, yeah, done. Okay, so today was lucky game. I just win by self-Atari. Anyway, it's 15 seconds boil game. Okay, see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching for this game, and bye bye.